Hi everyone, this is the third part of English the American Way. You're gonna hear some dogs barking in the background, and my cat is bothering me, so I hope I'm not gonna be distracted. So I promised going underground the subway. I have to say that I'm not a professional YouTuber, so I have a life and I have a kid, so my priority is not YouTube. Um, I'll make these videos whenever I can. I promised I'll finish this book, but I cannot be available whenever you guys want. Okay. Um, so going underground, the subway. So we have the MP3. Let's play it. It's gonna play. Should play. There we go.
Going underground, the subway. Large cities have very efficient subway systems. Taking these trains can get you just about anywhere in the city, and you don't have to wait outside in the rain. At some stations, there may be people singing or playing a musical instrument. This can be an entertaining way to wait for the train, unless the singer isn't very good. For most subway systems, you will need a token or fare card. You can buy these right at the station, either at the token booth or at the ticket machine. You can put dollars right into the machine. It will give you a fare card in the amount you choose. To get onto the platform, slide the card into the card reader or put a token into the slot. Then push through the turnstile and hop on the train.
Okay, so this is quite accurate. The musicians on the subway, it's most of the musicians or performers, um, you know, it's a great way for them to make a living, to make some money, um, to get noticed. It's mostly from a financial issue because New York is quite expensive. So the best way to get noticed, to sell some CDs or to sell some merchandise is based on sorry, based on what you do. Um, and so you get noticed. You never know who's taking the subway, and it's New York, so you never know who's can be there. So the token, okay, the fare card, it's a pass. Basically, it can be a weekly pass or a monthly pass, okay, whatever you need. The platform, okay, the turnstile, that's what you go through in order to enter the subway and hop on the train. You get in the train, you get on the train, and that's pretty much it. So Times Square, 42 Street subway station. Let's go to the next page. I think it's a pretty good layout because and every time I was playing the MP3, every time it was not really working. It was messing with my layout. And you have to forgive me because I'm a bit sick. So another reason why I was slow with the YouTube videos. You don't want me to sound like I don't know, like a truck driver or something. Okay. So anyway, the dialogue number 2, track 6. Let's go.
I need some tokens, please.
One way or round trip?
Round trip, and I'd like a few extra ones, please.
Most people aren't crazy about carrying around a lot of tokens. Maybe you should just get a fare card. It's better than a pocket full of tokens, and you can use it anytime.
Thanks. That's a good idea. Do I need exact change for a fare card?
No, the machine can take bills, and it will give you change.
Thanks for the tip. Now, can you tell me where I get the train to Broadway? And where do the trains arrive?
Sure, catch the train right over there. Just follow the signs for northbound uptown trains. You'll have to change at 34th Street for the D train.
Thanks. And can you tell me where the restroom is?
Right over there on the left.
Okay, so it's pretty loud outside. So a round trip, one-way trip, or round trip, meaning back and forth. Okay, uh, this is a good idea. This is a good tip because you don't want to carry a bunch of tokens in your pockets. It's better to get a fare card or a pass, as I said. Uh, can take bills or credit cards, debit cards. Most of the time in America, we talk about credit cards, even though it's a debit card. So it's just generally the common sense. We use a credit card. I don't like credit cards. I like debit cards because I like to spend the money I have. The tip, an advice. Mm, okay, catch a train right over there. Just follow the sign for northbound uptown trains. You'll have to change that. So to change, okay, to transfer if you want. Now the restroom. If you go to England, if you go to UK, if you go to Australia, many people make fun of that. They say, why should I go to the room where I rest? It's just a way of saying, it's the toilet, the loo, or the restroom in America. Right over there on the left. In some cities, like New York City, you can buy a fun pass. This is a special fare card. So you see, this is a pass, but it's fun, I guess, that you can use all day. So this is a special fare card that you can use all day. It usually costs about the same as 2 trips, but you can use it as many times as you like. It's a real bargain, meaning it's cheap, it's a good deal. Americans rarely ask where the toilet is. Instead, they use the word restroom or bathroom. You can say that as well. Careful, these public restrooms are not places to take a rest or a bath. These terms are just polite ways of saying toilet. That is pretty weird to say. Where is a toilet? To be crazy about or not being crazy about, really like a lot, to not like a lot. Entertaining, it's amusing, fun, distracting. A fare card, a prepaid card that you can use instead of a token. Hop on, to get on, jump on. A platform, the place in the station beside the train tracks where you wait for your train. Restroom, toilet, round trip, there and back again. So, sorry, one way and the way back. Okay? So you get somewhere, you come back home. One trip, one way trip. It's just you get to your destination, you're not coming back. Stay tuned, pay attention for more information, don't go away. Token, used in place of a coin to pay a fare. Token booth, that is a place where you're going to buy your tokens, I guess, in the station where you can buy tokens and where a transit worker can help you. The turnstile is a machine that lets people go through by one. When you enter the subways inside, before reaching the platform, you're going to use a turnstile. Okay, it's pretty archaic actually. Sometimes you have some automatic doors. In France, it's like that. So not in Paris, not everywhere. But when I was in Toulouse, you could find that. And wacky, silly, crazy, complicated. Okay, so let me see here. Grammar reminder for the present simple tense negatives and questions with do. For questions using I, you, or plural subjects, we, you, etc., they, use do and the base form of the verb. To form the negative, just add the contraction form of not between do and the verb, the base verb. So what does that mean exactly? Do I need exact change? I don't have exact change. You don't need exact change. I do, I don't. You do, you don't. We do, we don't, you don't. We do, we don't, sorry. You do, you don't. They do, they don't. But the exception is with he, she, and it. He, she, it does. And if we want the negation, we're going to use an apostrophe T. Okay? He doesn't, she doesn't, it doesn't. Okay? Usage reminder, I would like is a more polite way of saying I want. I want is more direct. So if you want to be a tiny bit more polite, more respectful, you're going to say I would like. It's often shortened to I'd like. Lots of contractions in American English and in British English as well. Hey, taxi, let's do a last one.
Hey, taxi. If the train and bus won't take you where you need to go, or if you're in a hurry, you can call a cab. In larger cities, you can hail a cab on the street. Just step off the sidewalk into the street, watch for cars and buses, and raise your arm. You can also call out, "Taxi!" In cities, the fares are posted right in the cab, and the rates are set by a group that regulates taxi companies. If you need a ride in a smaller city or town, you can call a car service. This is a private taxi company that usually does not have cars driving around the streets. Drivers wait in the office until someone calls, and then a manager will dispatch a car. You can also call in advance and arrange to be picked up on another day.
Okay, that was a reality before, and now you have Uber, you have a lot of Cabify, you have a lot of alternative companies. It can be cheaper. Uber is set; it's a set price, so I like it because I don't have any surprises. But I found cheaper options. So the reality with Uber is you know you have a set price. It can change, if you're stuck in the traffic and something like that. So with a regular taxi, you never know how much you're gonna pay, so it can be a bit pricey. So vocabulary wise, we have to hail a cab, hey cab. It's better to say a cab. Well, everyone in America is into cab into taxi. It's the same. It means the same. But a cab driver, a taxi driver, they understand. There's no problem. Cab driver, it's just more popular. The fare is the price you pay. So the fare is like how much you pay per miles, etc. So, or you can also say taxi. It's fine. They're gonna understand. And the rates are set by a group that regulates taxi companies. Yeah, but I still prefer the private alternative companies. So if you need a ride, meaning like if you need to go somewhere using a car, it's a ride, somebody's gonna drive you somewhere. To dispatch, so drivers wait in the office until someone calls and then a manager will dispatch a car, so release a car or allow a car to go out. You can also call in advance and arrange to be picked up on another day. So, yep. The next dialogue 3, track 7.
Little Apple Car Service. This is Larry speaking.
Hi, I need a car to take me to the airport at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Do you need to be there at 5:30, or is that when you want us to pick you up?
I need to be at the airport at 5:30 or I'll miss my flight.
That's right in the middle of rush hour. Traffic will be a nightmare at that time. I'll have a car get you at 2 p.m. What's your address?
There's a small mistake. The guy said 2 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. I'd say he's right. Maybe they make a mistake here. They made a mistake here because, let's say, 2, 3, let's say an hour, depending on where she's from, where she has to be picked up, let's say, to count very large 2 hours for to be at the airport, maybe like 2 hours before the plane, the booking, the boarding. Yeah, that's pretty much right. So 2 p.m. is the right time. I need a car to take me to the airport at 5:30 p.m. So with the apps, Uber and so forth, we don't have to call anymore. So she has her plane. She didn't really explain very well here. She said to take me to the airport at 5:30. She made a mistake. So the guy was like, okay, so do you need to be there at 5:30 or is that when you want us to pick you up? So I need to be at the airport at 5:30 or I'll miss my flight. So she should have been a little bit more specifying she should have specified this information here. Anyways, that's right in the middle of rush hour, meaning like when you have all the people coming out from the office, they're done with work, they're going home, and driving is not necessarily the best way to commute in New York. That's why you see a lot of bicycles. Traffic would be a nightmare at the time. I'll have a car get you at 2 p.m. because there is a mistake here. What's your address? Tipping. Everyone loves a tipping tip. You need to tip everyone in America, especially if you go to the restaurant, you need to give a tip. You don't have any choice. These poor ladies, they need to make a good living. Drivers of buses and trains do not get a tip. Well, no, you're not going to give them a tip because you already pay for your fare. However, tipping is expected for taxi drivers, so not only they charge you a fortune, plus you have to tip them. The usual tip is 15 to 20%. There is no extra charge for singing cabbies. Anyways, vocabulary, and let's go to the next page. To arrange, to make a plan for something, a cab, a taxi, cabbie, a taxi driver, dispatch to send, the fare, the cost of the trip, hail a cab, to signal that you want a cab. You call him on the street, actually. You call the guy on the street in advance before the time. Damn it. There's somebody shouting on the street. It's really pick up, to collect, to get someone. You can also pick up your kid from school, the rate, how the fare is calculated. The rush hour is very busy traffic times, morning and evenings, when people go to the office and when they leave the office. When most people are traveling to and from work, we say commute. More fun with idiomatic expressions, transportation, off track of the subject. The meeting got off track when Juan began talking about his family's vacation. Who cares? To lose track, forget or lose. I lost track of where I put my glasses. You can also say to lose track of time. How will I be able to read the paper? One track mind, thinking of only one thing. They couldn't make any progress at the meeting because the boss had a one-track mind and could only talk about his golf game that afternoon. It's going off track as well. Miss the boat is to miss an opportunity. When the salesman came, he offered all the workers free coffee, but Stephen missed the boat because he was chatting on the phone. In the same boat. In the same situation. They are both in the same boat. They are both in the same boat. Neither of them. You're gonna hear some Americans say neither. It's painful to the ears. Either, either. Yeah. Remembered to do the homework. What was that? Near them, remember to do the homework. Anyways, next time we'll be taking a drive, Unit 3. Please be mindful that I have a life. I cannot record all the time. I have my own recording. I'm giving private classes. I give free recordings, video summaries after each class. So I have a lot of stuff to do. And I have to take care of my daughter, so I cannot do that all day long. Please, people. Okay, you have a nice evening, nice day, whatever, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.